I was going to share this with you, Carter, because I know you are a hardcore punk rock musician.
Yeah, I'm a hardcore shithead. Yeah,
Oh, dude, he's wearing a Misfit shirt right now.
I know. Yeah,
Well, people on the Patreon already know.
Which Hot Topic do you get that from?
This is from my weed dealer in Nashville.
Hell yeah, dude!
Like 10 years ago.
I take it
and
back.
It still
You're cool.
fits. Yeah, but he probably got it from a Hot Topic.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, this is about a band in Nashville called hardcore band called Llarona. And Llarona, which I believe is taken from La Llorona, which is the woman that waits by the river and eats children in Mexican folktales.
Okay.
So in one of the most bizarre band shakeups of all time, a Nashville-based hardcore band called Llarona has fired their singer. The band revealed the news in a post on their Instagram account, which has since been deactivated. Apparently, the singer, a person called Diego, was obsessed with the bass player, whose name is Six, S-I-X-X. He was obsessed with Six's fiancée, Caroline. And according to the Instagram post, Diego had been attempting to sabotage their relationship.
Wow.
They put this on Instagram?
It's like 2 full typed out notes pages on Instagram.
I love it when people just put all the messy shit out there.
Oh, this is as messy as you can imagine.
It's messy.
This is medically messy.
This band has 100% played my friend's like DIY space.
I was hoping you'd heard of them because I was
I have not, but I know. I mean, the Nashville punk scene is small enough to where like there's no way they haven't.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
at least like with a million of my friends like played shows.
So this is how Diego was gonna get this Caroline figure away from the bass players. So according to the Instagram post, Diego had been attempting to sabotage their relationship by giving Six pre-workout drinks that he gets for free from his job at a gym that he then laced with high amounts of estrogen.
I thought it was like Molly, but estrogen. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
It is the most caveman fucking explanation I've ever heard.
Whoa,
because
this is insane.
They shared what happened, and then they were sharing screenshots of shit this guy was saying in their group text
So
for
was
the
she
band.
just like, I'm having even bigger periods, or what happened? I don't know what.
He was
the
giving
man.
it to the dude.
He was poisoning the man.
Yeah, I thought he was giving it to her to like make her fall in love with him.
So
okay.
It says his supposed motive was to make the bassist more feminine and, quote, force a transition on Six. Diego would then use the opportunity to, quote unquote, swoop in on Caroline by looking stronger and more manly by comparison.
Holy
Psycho.
How long was he
Psycho
putting estrogen
behavior.
in? Do they know?
Well, long enough for this guy to have to like go to an endocrinologist and like go to the hospital and be like, "What is fucking happening?"
Weird.
I'm gonna see how many mutual friends.
Yes, please. Well, they took down the Instagram apparently after
I'm
after
sure
this.
because legally they're probably like, "Fuck."
So the alleged diabolical plot led to Six seeking medical attention and racking up thousands of dollars in doctor's bills. So it had to have been for like a long time. And basically what they were saying was like this dude worked at a gym. So not only did he have access to pre-workouts to deliver the hormones, but also access to steroids and hormones of all varieties. So he was just getting this shit for free from the gym he worked at and was like, I know what I'll do. I'll turn him into a woman. And you're like, that's not how any of this works, man.
I think my suggestion is find a girl who likes you also.
Right.
You know, you don't got to
That's a really good idea.
You don't got to try to transition your friends.
Oh, wait, and also this is the singer?
Yeah, the singer is doing this to the bass player. Yeah.
The bass player, the lowly bass player?
Six.
As a bass player, I'm like, look, you acknowledge yourself as the stump of the band.
This is why I pulled this story for you.
Jesus.
Wow.
Nashville hardcore bass player. Oh,
I'm just providing the backbeat for you, buddy, for you to go peacock out there, you son of a bitch.
So now the bass player's going to have to start an OnlyFans with their new tips to make money to pay for all of the medical shit.
So this is from the Instagram note. We would not have known any of this except that Diego got way too intoxicated and outed himself, and then stated in an admission to all of us via our band's group text.
That got way too fucked up at Mickey's and said some shit.
So yeah, this dude was just got shit faced. He was just like, and another thing, I want to fuck your fiance, and I'm the reason you had to go to the hospital a bunch.
The craziest part is he thinks that I guess she's only attracted to masculine men.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
like,
the personality or, history has nothing to do with it.
Right.
It is the dumbest, like most caveman shit I could
it's
think of.
really insane.
This is
where do you come up with that? That is crazy.
well, we have a first-hand account. This is Diego's text to the group chat.
Oh my god.
Quote, I was really drunk and I told Six and his fiance that I was obsessed with her and I had a deep hatred for Six and I gave Six estrogen to get an edge up on him. I've been kicked out of Llarona and I will no longer be in the Nashville scene now.
Wow.
That's all one sentence, by the way.
This just happened?
This was last week, yeah. So,
I have retired from the Nashville scene.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Boy.
I will go be a weirdo in a different city, like every other art scene.
That's the
Aren't they
thing.
going to get like arrested for that? I mean,
Yeah, like
Probably.
Absolutely.
something illegal happened there.
100%. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about like Nashville that is why I think a lot of people from LA find a kinship there is like there are a bunch of drifter weirdos who make their way into Nashville who just kind of like infiltrate a scene and then act as if they've always been there and then they turn out to be these huge predator pieces of shit.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it happens all the time in Nashville.
Yeah, they just bop around to the next one. I mean, that
Yeah.
happens all the time in comedy. Shit.
For sure.
Well, best of luck to Six and Caroline. I'm glad Diego is out of your life. That's super fucked. I just thought it was interesting that Jim guy was just like, I've got the perfect plan. And it's the worst plan I've ever heard.
Do you think he conspired with someone else to come up with this plan? Or if it was just all in his own crazy head?
I think the fact that he works at a gym.
Because you don't have access to just estrogen.
I think if you work at a gym, you do. Don't you have to take like feminine hormones to like balance out if you're like maxing out too hard on testosterone and shit?
It's not like they have them at the gym. You still have to buy. I guess.
Yeah, you have to.
Right, but
legally
they've
find
got
them.
some Dr. Zahorian motherfucker
Right.
coming around selling all that shit.
I'll ask Justin later. when I
Yeah.
see him.
We'll ask.
And score us some if you don't mind.
Yeah, and happy belated birthday to the Goods from the Woods World Heavyweight Champion, Justin Morales. Shout out, my friend. But no, I think they've got, they probably got a guy coming around with a syringe at the gym being like, what do you want? What do you want? Right?
I gotta ask.
That's
a
how
couple
Little
people,
Rivers-
Did you hear about a certain Diego character?
Yeah. Have you seen anybody from Llarona recently?
This is how Little Rivers goes to the gym. That he has like the idea that it's like a DARE program. Some guy just walks up to you and is like, hey, do you want some illegal drugs?
Hey, that's the way-
Saw you here working out, kid.
I mean, that's the way it is at the Crunch that I go to.
I was going to say, this sounds like you're daring me to go to the gym, and
I am
you're
doing
giving
that.
you're giving me a week to acquire steroids and slap them down on this table at the end of the week.
I would
right next to our crack.
Yeah, next to the
I
crack.
would really appreciate if you did that. I don't know. I'd give you $10. I don't know what to say.
Look, all I'm saying is, if you go there, you're there every day. You make yourself known. You could easily start going around and being like, "Hey, man,
I've seen 90s.
How do I,
I've seen 90s cop shows where this is the exact plot.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen Pain and Gain. Okay, that's all I needed to see. Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Johnson, Pain and Gain. It works
Look.
just like that in that.
This is why I joined the West Hollywood Crunch.
Yeah.
I'm going to blow that thing wide open. all right?
Anabolic steroids.
I know it's a den of anabolic steroids. I'm going to figure it out. Citizen's arrest style.
I'm not crazy for thinking that's where you go to find steroids. Where would you go to
Absolutely
find
not.
steroids?
No.
I don't know. Fucking any drug dealer. A lot of drug dealers have.
They just have all of them?
No, they have connections.
What about ayahuasca? You need any of that?
It's one of those things where like they know a guy who knows a guy.
I feel like people in gyms know a guy who knows a guy who knows
I guess
a guy.
you have to walk up to the
Definitely.
most roided out dude and try not to seem like a
cop, yeah. But if
which
I'm
you can't access that energy.
No, I'm already fat, so if I just go up there, could be like, well, he's not a cop. He's obviously trying to better himself. Cops are,
I think you need.
cops take roids.
You would stick out like a sore thumb as a cop. You go in there with a southern accent and a big gut, talking about, hey, can I get some steroids, please?
No. Well, I mean, I think I could do it. I think I've got that confidence.
I believe in you.
We're gonna shake on it. Rivers is gonna do it, everyone.
I'm coming back in a week to see steroids.
I was gonna say I've
Yeah.
never bought drugs before, but I think this is the week.
Okay.
Well, that'll be a treat for people who get the Patreon. They can see us injecting steroids into each other's asses and getting swole.
Yeah, that's true. If you get them, we do have to do them on the podcast.
Oh.
And then just like at the jam of the week at the end of it, we're like raging. I'm like, who the fuck says some stupid shit like that? And we punch holes in the wall and shit.